I am really, really proud, Mike, as you said, to be part of this town. And I am very proud to be part of this group. To anyone who's still watching out there, these are 9 people who are patient, who are tenacious, who are civil with one another, who are willing to listen and to talk and to try to work our way through these things. We have been at this issue now for 8 months. And it's been said, in January, we asked our city manager and our city attorney for non-discrimination ordinance without recommendations. You guys did your job well. You deserve a pat on the back, as does the staff. Council members, you have done a great job of letting the public know how great our staff is. I want to thank all of you. In those last 8 months, as you know it, we've had hours of public comment, not just tonight, but at I don't know how many meetings we've had public comments. And we've received hundreds and hundreds of emails. And yes, we have read every single one, some of them multiple times, because we would get updates of the packet and you forget where you were before and you find yourself 6 or 8 emails in and you go, I think I read that one before. Oh yeah, I did. We've listened. We have, and we've learned. I think that we have moved along with this group. As a council, we were elected to make decisions on behalf of the people of Holland. You voted for us so that we could vote for you. We represent Holland. It's our job. And each of us brings our life experience and our beliefs to these seats. Who we are is a big part, I believe, of why each and every one of us was elected. As a Christian, I'm called to love the Lord with all of my heart, all of my soul, all of my mind, and all of my strength, and to love my neighbor, all of my neighbors, as myself. And although this is a body there's separation of church and state, there isn't one of us up here that isn't keeping in mind how this impacts our neighbors. As a businessman, I want to welcome talent into our community. Employers know that success means attracting the best and the brightest to make Holland their home. And as mayor, I got one job. That is to protect the rights of Holland residents equally. 2 weeks ago, I said I've never really been on the margins. That's not completely true. In middle school, I was a shy and geeky kid. I remember walking into the lunchroom, tray in hand, looking for a place to sit, looking for a place to belong. And just because there was an open seat didn't mean I was welcome there. Even middle schoolers know that an open seat is not an open invitation. Every moment that I scanned that room, looking for a place to belong seemed like an eternity. As part of a youth leadership program in high school, I was asked why I wanted to be a leader. At the time, I wasn't prepared for the question. I hadn't thought about it much at that point. So I said the first thing that popped into my head, because I love people. And I've thought about it a lot since then. My first response is still true. It's the core of who I am. I love people. We all have so much more in common than what separates us. And I want to focus on what brings us together. And I believe that's true of everyone around this table. Every single member of this council throughout this process and tonight has said that they want to protect the people of this community against discrimination. Every member of this council wants to bring people together. Every member of this council has said that they want to protect the rights of the people of Holland, all of the people of Holland. We've had a lot of discussions around this table. Thoughtful discussions, respectful discussions, civil discussions. And the question has never been if we should protect the rights of the people of Holland. We've all been in agreement that we should. Our discussions have always been about how. How should we protect the rights of the people of Holland? I believe this ordinance is how we protect the rights of every single person that we represent. It's time to recognize there are people on the margins, and it's time to welcome them into the circle. As my father did in my son's kindergarten visitation day, because he too loved people. I owe it to the legacy of my father. I owe it to my mother, to my children, to my wife, to my sister and her wife, to my neighbors, to all of my neighbors. We owe it to the people of Holland. It's time to welcome everyone into the circle. Why wouldn't we? That's what I was looking for through my taped up 7th grade glasses, lunch tray in hand, for someone to stand up, to call me by name, and to welcome me to the table. It's been a long time since I was 13, and today's vote isn't about quite the same thing. It's much more important. It's time for us to stand up. It's time to invite our neighbors, all of our neighbors, to sit beside us. It's time to call them by name, to recognize and acknowledge who they are. It's time to bring people together. It's time to let them know that they truly belong and that we are glad that they're here. Why wouldn't we? It's time to protect the rights of everyone equally. One standard, one rule, one ordinance, one Holland. Holland, let's send a clear and unequivocal message. We love our neighbors as ourselves. We appreciate the gifts that they bring to our community. We protect the rights of everyone equally, and we celebrate the value of everyone that calls Holland home, because this is Holland, one Holland, and we all get to live here. Kathy, please call the roll.
Corbin,
Yes.
Hoekstra,
Yes.
Raymond,
Yes.
Byrd,
No.
Peters,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Trethewey,
Yes.
Arnsworst,
Yes.
Mayor Box.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We are not done this evening.
I know.